The Bible often uses names to convey deeper meaning. Names in biblical times were not just labels, but carried significant weight and purpose. They often reflected the character, destiny, or the circumstances surrounding a person's birth. In 1 Chronicles, chapter 4, verses 9 to 10, we encounter a man named Jabez. This brief mention in the scriptures holds a powerful story. His name sadly meant sorrow, or he causes pain. Imagine the burden of living with a name that constantly reminded you and others of pain and sorrow. Can you imagine carrying such a heavy name? Every time someone called out to Jabez, it was a reminder of the pain he may have experienced or even inflicted. It's a reminder of the pain he may have experienced or even inflicted. This name could have easily defined his entire existence, casting a shadow over his life. Despite his name, Jabez yearned for something more. He did not let his name dictate his destiny. Instead, he sought a different path, one filled with hope and divine intervention. He desired a life different from what his name implied. Jabez wanted to break free from the chains of sorrow and embrace a life filled with God's blessings. He wanted to break free from the chains of sorrow and embrace a life filled with God's blessings. His prayer was simple yet profound, asking God to bless him indeed, enlarge his territory and keep him from harm so that he would be free from pain. Jabez's story resonates with all of us. It reminds us that no matter our circumstances or the labels we carry, we have the power to seek change and transformation. We all face challenges and carry burdens. Life is filled with moments of sorrow and pain, but it is also filled with opportunities for growth and renewal. We all long for a touch from God, a release from our troubles. Like Jabez, we can turn to prayer and ask for divine intervention in our lives. But Jabez teaches us that we don't have to be defined by our circumstances. We can rise above them and seek a higher purpose. Like Jabez, we can choose to reach out to God and ask for his intervention. We can ask for his blessings, protection and guidance. We can choose to believe that he can transform our lives, no matter our past or present circumstances. Jabez's story is a testament to the power of faith and the possibility of a life transformed by God's grace. So let us be inspired by Jabez. Let us remember that our names, our past and our circumstances do not define us. With faith and determination, we can seek a life of blessings and transformation, embrace the hope that Jabez's story offers, believe in the power of prayer and the possibility of a life renewed. No matter where we start, we can all strive for a future filled with hope, joy, and divine blessings. Jabez's prayer, though short, is powerful in its simplicity and depth. It is a prayer that has resonated through the ages, touching the hearts of many who seek a deeper connection with the divine. He cried out to God, "Oh, that you would bless me indeed and enlarge my territory," a plea that goes beyond mere physical expansion. Jabez sought a broader influence, a greater capacity to do good and to fulfill his purpose, that your hand might be with me and that you would keep me from evil, a request for divine guidance and protection. Jabez understood that without God's hand, his efforts would be in vain, and he would be vulnerable to the pitfalls of life, that I may not cause pain. 1 Chronicles chapter 4, verse 10, NKJV. This final plea reveals Jabez's deep concern for the well-being of others, showing his desire to live a life that brings joy and not sorrow. This prayer reveals Jabez's heart. It shows a man who is not just focused on his own needs, but is deeply aware of his impact on the world around him. He didn't just want material blessings, though those are important. Jabez's prayer encompasses a holistic view of blessings, including spiritual growth, emotional well-being, and the ability to positively influence others. He longed for God's presence in his life, to be a vessel for his work. This longing is a testament to his faith and his desire to be aligned with God's will. He yearned for God's protection from evil so that he wouldn't cause pain to himself or others. This aspect of the prayer highlights the importance of seeking divine help in overcoming the challenges and temptations we face daily. This prayer is a blueprint for us. It provides a model for how we can approach God with our own needs and desires, while also considering the broader impact of our lives. It teaches us to seek God's blessings in all areas of our lives. Whether we're asking for material provision, spiritual growth, or protection from harm, Jabez's prayer shows us that it is okay to ask God for what we need. It reminds us to ask for His guidance and protection as we navigate the complexities of life. In a world full of uncertainties, having God's hand upon us can make all the difference. Jabez's prayer is an inspiration to us all. It encourages us to be bold in our requests to God, to seek His presence earnestly, and to trust in His ability to provide and protect. It shows us the power of a simple, heartfelt prayer. Sometimes the most profound prayers are not the longest or the most eloquent, but those that come from a place of genuine need and faith. It reminds us that God is always listening and eager to bless those who seek Him with all their hearts. No matter where we are in life, we can turn to God with our prayers, knowing that He hears us and is ready to respond with love and grace. The Bible tells us Jabez was more honorable than his brothers. 1 Chronicles chapter 4, verse 9. This simple yet profound statement sets the stage for understanding the depth of Jabez's character and the remarkable nature of his faith. Despite his name, which means pain or sorrow, and the potential hardships he faced, Jabez chose to rise above his circumstances. He did not let the meaning of his name define his destiny. Instead, he sought to redefine his life through his unwavering faith and determination. He dared to believe that God had a greater purpose for his life. Jabez's belief was not a passive hope, but an active trust in God's plan. He understood that his life could be more than the sum of his struggles, and that his faith could lead him to a higher calling. His prayer wasn't just a plea for personal gain. It was a declaration of faith. Jabez's prayer, found in 1 Chronicles chapter 4, verse 10, is a powerful example of how to approach God with boldness and humility. He asked God to bless him indeed, to enlarge his territory, to be with him, and to keep him from harm so that he would be free from pain. Jabez acknowledged God's power and sovereignty. He recognized that true blessings come from God alone and that only God could transform his life in a meaningful way. This acknowledgement is a crucial aspect of his faith, showing his complete reliance on God's grace and mercy. He trusted that God could transform his life from a place of sorrow to a life filled with purpose and blessing. Jabez's trust was not misplaced, as God granted his request. Demonstrating that sincere and faithful prayers are heard and answered, Jabez's life became a testament to the transformative power of faith. His story is a powerful reminder that faith can change our circumstances and lead us to a life of fulfillment and joy. It encourages us to hold on to our faith even in the face of adversity. He is a testament to the truth that God can take even the most ordinary life and make it extraordinary. Jabez's story shows that no matter our beginnings or the challenges we face, faith in God can lead to extraordinary outcomes. His story reminds us that God sees our potential, even when we may not see it ourselves. It is a call to trust in God's vision for our lives and to believe that He has a plan and purpose for each of us. Jabez's story is a beacon of hope. It illuminates the path for those who feel lost or burdened by their circumstances, showing that faith can lead to a brighter future. It shows us that we can overcome any obstacle and achieve great things through faith in God. Jabez's life is a powerful example of resilience and the incredible potential that lies within each of us when we place our trust in God. It inspires us to embrace our own potential and strive to live lives that honor and glorify Him. Jabez's testament of faith is a timeless message that encourages us to seek God's blessings, trust in His plan, and live with purpose and conviction. Jabez's prayer is not selfish. It's not just about accumulating blessings for himself. By asking for an enlarged territory, he was essentially asking for greater influence and opportunities to impact the world around him. He desired to be a blessing to others, to extend God's love and grace to those around him. His prayer reflects a heart that understood the true purpose of blessing, to be a channel of God's goodness to others. This selfless aspect of Jabez's prayer is crucial and inspiring. When we seek God's blessings, it should never be solely for our own benefit. True blessings are meant to be shared, to bring hope and joy to those around us. Like Jabez, let us strive to be a source of blessing to others in our community. Let us use our gifts, talents, and resources to make a positive impact on the world around us. Let us be conduits of God's love, grace, and generosity, spreading kindness everywhere.